Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today I just wanted to give some updates. I, as you know, have been looking for a bike, and one of my lab mates was going to lend me hers. And yesterday she told me that when she went to go get the bike to go get it fixed from the storage unit that she has, it was gone. It had been stolen. So no bike. She's hoping that somebody sees a message that she posted on like the wall in the storage unit, because I guess it's a shared space, and that they decide to return her bike, or maybe her landlord moved it because it had been there for so long. She's not really sure. So no bike, which is fine. I do have a bus card that I can charge with money to be able to ride the bus, so that shouldn't be a problem. And it's actually been pretty nice weather-wise here so far, so I don't think that I'll need to use the bus system anytime soon, because walking is great exercise, as we know. And my other update is I did get my student card, so let me pull it out to show you guys. So this is my student card, which basically means that I am officially registered as a student in the university's like web-based catalog thing, whatever it's called. And so with my student card, I can get discounts around the city. So one of the things that I could do is go to the student union and download a food app, which allows me to get discounted lunches around the city. So basically there's a fund set up through the government for university students that covers like €4 of your meal, and then if the meal would be more than that, you just cover the remaining cost. And also with having the student card, I can go and get discounts on like my gym membership and other kinds of subscriptions or museum entrance fees and stuff like that. So yeah, those are my updates. Just figured I'd fill you all in. Okay everyone, I have an update which makes me very excited. So I was coming out of my building this morning because I'm on my way to work, right? And for the first time since I've been living there, which is 4 weeks now, I finally saw a mailman, and I was like, do you by chance have anything for Elise Westhafer? Because I had heard from other people that they tend not to leave government documents in your mailbox. And I was like, he's here, I'm just gonna ask him. And turns out he did. So I finally have my tax number, which means I can go open up a bank account and apply for my housing stipend so that I don't run out of money. So very exciting morning. And now I am going to go to work and do some experiments. Okay, so I'm on my way home from the lab, but I just wanted to give an update. I made an appointment for tomorrow morning to set up my bank account through NLB, which is the biggest bank system in Slovenia, but they have an online option. So I'm gonna try the online one tonight, see if I can get it set up, because the online one has this nice feature where they don't charge you a monthly fee for having the account, which is apparently pretty standard for Slovenian bank accounts, if not foreign bank accounts. So because I'm under 27 years old, I actually can get my account for free. So that would be nice, which means that I will be trying to set up my online bank account as soon as I get home, pretty much. That way, if it doesn't work, like if for some reason I have to submit my documents in person or something, like my passport or pretty much anything, I can still go to my appointment in the morning. But if I do manage to get it to work out, then I can just cancel my appointment and save myself the trouble of having to wake up super early in the morning tomorrow so that I can rush to the bank and then rush to the lab to carry out my experiments. So I will keep you posted and make another video when I'm finished with all of that. Okay, so I did not make a video last night, so I'm making one this morning. I tried the digital online banking account setup, but it's limited to citizens of Slovenia, so I wasn't able to do it. So I am currently on my way to the bank for when they open because I have an experiment to run at 11. So it's currently almost 8 o'clock right now, so I'm hoping it doesn't take too long so I can get to the lab in time to start my experiment. But yeah, so hopefully this goes well. Okay, so I got the whole way to work and then got an email from my banker saying that they needed me to come back because I didn't sign the official contract. So I'm now huffing it back to the bank because I have an experiment that starts in roughly an hour, and apparently I need to sign this contract like ASAP, and my experiment's going to take all afternoon, past the time that the bank closes. So I am currently running back to the bank. Okay, went back to the bank. Now everything should be taken care of. I got massive shin splints on my trek over here because I was literally speed walking as fast as humanly possible. Arrived to the bank all sweaty and gross looking, but it's fine. And now I am walking back to the lab, and I should make it with plenty of time before I have to start my experiment, so not too shabby. Okay, everyone, so I just finished dropping off my stipend application at the scholarship office. For anybody that's thinking about doing a Fulbright in Slovenia, it's helpful to know that the building itself is in the back of where you would expect it to be, because the number that's like the address is for the front of the building, but that's where the European Union is, so you can't go in there. You have to go to the back of the building, which is where the stipend office is. And basically I just dropped off my documents, and then the woman who is in charge of reviewing the documents and then making the dispersals will review my documents and then email me back to set up a meeting so that I can sign my paperwork saying that yes, I'm happy with the scholarship money, and then in 1 to 2 weeks they'll deposit it, and then basically you have to fill out like a tax exemption form. So similar to the United States, where if you make under $12,000 a year, you can file for like tax exempt in certain like counties, I guess, because when I was in college, my county had a tax exemption because I made less than $12,000 a year. So when I worked in that county, they didn't withhold tax, so that was nice. So I'll be able to do that because when they start off doing your stipend dispersal, they take 25% for taxes, which is kind of sucky because I only get 850 euro anyways. So yeah, I'm now going to go grocery shopping because it's a thunderstorm day today and the winds are crazy. So while I'm already out and about and I have time before I go meet with the embassy, I figured I should probably just go grocery shopping since I'm literally here already. And then I will be going to meet with the embassy in about an hour, just as like a check-in, meet the people that'll be helping me, and stuff like that. So yeah, see you guys later. Okay, so I am on my way to the embassy. Originally we were gonna meet at the National Gallery, because in order to go to the embassy for like a non-emergency situation, you have to have an appointment, and then they like take your ID and everything and like withhold your bags and stuff like that. So But change of plans. I'm wondering if it's because of the weather, because it's not the greatest. But anyways, so I'm walking to the embassy right now. And, you know, because it's the embassy, like I said, you're not allowed to like take stuff in with you. So basically I present my ID and then I have to leave all of my bags and my phone outside in the guard shack because it's not allowed to enter with me. So I will update you guys after my visit. Yeah. Guys, so I'm actually in the embassy right now. I was able to video while I'm in here. So I wanted to just talk about my entry process into the embassy, because I know I had said like you have to have an appointment to come in and it's a pretty serious like checkpoint system, but I wanted to give you an update since I actually went through it. So when you come to the embassy, I actually met my contact here to come pick me up. So you go in, they take your passport to verify that you are who you say you are, which is understandable, and then you go and drop all of your stuff off. They scan it, and then you go through a metal detector, which is also pretty standard. And then the only things that you're allowed to take with you are like your passport, just because you probably don't want to leave that in a guardhouse because it's your only form of identification. And then they actually will take your ID. So I brought my driver's license with me. Don't know why really, because I have my passport, but I brought it with me because I can't even drive, so it's pointless, but I have it. So they took that and gave me a security badge. So I'm allowed to have the security badge and my passport, and that's pretty much it. You leave everything else with them. I left my Apple Watch with them, so I have a horrible watch tan right now showing, but that's okay. So everything stays with them, and then you just pick it up when you leave. And that's pretty much it for security wise. And then I've been able to tour like the first floor of the embassy. So there's a couple of floors, and the first floor is like the public affairs floor. So that's where my two contacts in the embassy are. So Špela is one of them. She's Slovenian. So she knows everything there is to know about the Slovenian side of Fulbright and has been a super big help, especially when I went through my whole UE process, which you all know about was horrible. She helped me through all of that. And then Jeremy is my other contact, and he is from the United States, and so he is more of the US side of the Fulbright and just like intermediary. So I've been able to meet both of them, and then I met the social media person while I was here. And so yeah, I've just been kind of touring around, meeting everybody, got to talk to everybody a little bit, tell them about all my updates with my bureaucracy and my lab situation. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this part. Okay, so I am now leaving the embassy. It was super nice to meet everybody there and kind of get to talk and have a chill morning as opposed to me rushing to the lab every morning. Side note, for my grocery run, I got so sweaty. Don't ever try and make a grocery run in a time crunch, because you will end up getting disgustingly sweaty. I ended up going back to my apartment with like 20 minutes before I had to run to the embassy, and by the time I finally got back, my entire back was drenched in sweat. It was so disgusting. I ended up changing my shirt, which is why I'm now wearing the same outfit that I arrived to this country in, which is not the greatest. But anyways, so yeah, don't try and fit a grocery run in a short amount of time, because it does not end well. But anyways, I am now walking back home. I think due to the weather today, I was initially gonna go around the city center since I have off from the lab, because I'm not really doing anything in the lab today anyways. I was gonna walk around like the old city. I found a couple of antique bookstores that I wanted to go to. So some of you may not know this, but I collect antique books, and in all but 2 countries I've ever been to, I've bought an antique book in. Not that they're in that language at all. Most of my antique books are not in English, but that's besides the point. I collect them because they're old. So I found a couple of bookstores in Ljubljana, and I bookmarked them so I could go to them. And I was thinking about going there today, but it's really like rainy and dreary. My umbrella almost got blown away this morning because the wind gusts are so bad today. So
I think I'm just gonna go back home and cook, because I typically cook for myself. I like meal prep on the weekends, since during the week, by the time I come home from the lab, I kind of just want to like reheat my meal and curl up with Netflix. So I think I might take today to do my meal prep and stuff and kind of have like a lounge Netflix and chill day. That way tomorrow and Sunday I can probably go back out and explore, since it's gonna be nicer tomorrow. I also have to text my Italian friends because they were in Italy recently, since schools are off in Slovenia for holidays and like fall break. So I have to text them to see if they're back yet, because I found this really cool House of Illusions like museum that looks really fun that I want to go to with them, and I don't want to go alone because I feel like that would be sad and depressing. But yeah, so I will let you guys know if I do end up going out anywhere fun. And yeah, that's pretty much it for today. I'll see you guys in the next one. Side note, I just forgot to say this. The embassy loves the YouTube channel. They actually subscribed. So the United States Embassy in Ljubljana is currently following my channel. And I also got one of my contacts, Jeremy. He is also following me. So I figured I would add that in because that was super cool for me. Yeah. All right, that's it. Hi everyone. So I decided to do something other than Netflix in my bed today, and I am actually walking to the city cemetery today because since All Saints Day is coming up, there are a ton of decorations that have gone into the cemetery this week, so I figured it might be a cool adventure to go on and get some pictures and also just go for a walk so I'm productive for a portion of my day. So yeah. Okay, so I'm still walking to the cemetery. It's about 30 minutes from where I live, so about an hour round trip walking. And I didn't bring a raincoat or an umbrella because it wasn't supposed to be raining today, and I just started feeling raindrops. And I'm praying that it doesn't actually rain, despite the fact that it looks like it's going to rain at any second right now, because I have 30 minutes to walk back and I will 100% get soaked. So praying that it doesn't rain and that it just like drizzles or, you know, goes away and then I'll have to worry about it. But yeah, I'm only like 10 minutes from the cemetery right now, so, but also there's nowhere to hide from the rain there, so if it does start raining, being at the cemetery doesn't help me either, so we shall see. Okay, so I'm coming up on the entrance, but outside of the entrance, like in the walking portion, they have all of these cute stands set up with flowers because in addition to it being All Saints Day this week, so All Saints Day is a national holiday in Slovenia, but the day before All Saints Day, which is Halloween, is also the day for Remembrance Day, is I guess what they call it over here. So I'm guessing that it's like, one of my lab mates said it was like a way to honor the dead. But yeah. So people will buy flowers here and then be able to leave them at the graves of their loved ones. Okay, so I've officially arrived and it is indeed raining, so probably won't be here long. But I just wanted to show you guys a little bit of what the cemetery looks like. It's beautiful, and they constructed like the front entrance as like a gateway to separate the land of the living from the land of the dead. So yeah, I'll just take you guys around for a little bit and then hoof it back so I don't get like soaked.
Okay guys, so I didn't stay there for very long because there's so many people there because of Remembrance Day. So I felt bad for just like walking around videoing and taking pictures of random gravestones. That looked really cool. And I couldn't get a picture of the front gate because for some reason they have it like blockaded off, which is kind of sad because the gate was like specifically constructed for the cemetery and like has a whole history to it. So I was a little sad about that, but also it's starting to rain harder, so I kind of want to run home really quick because I only have this sweatshirt on and it gets soaked instantaneously. So I have a 30-minute walk back, but it will be fine. I will maybe run because then it won't take me quite as long. So yeah, it's only like a little over a mile walk, so it's not like terrible, but I also don't want the rain to start getting worse because then I will be fully soaked by the time I get back to my apartment. So yeah. Okay, so while I'm getting rained on walking back to my apartment, I do want to say that it was super cool that I did walk to the cemetery today, despite the fact that it was kind of awkward and I'm currently being rained on, because in the United States I don't think that we really celebrate national holidays like Day of the Dead. So obviously we have like July 4th and everybody celebrates July 4th, Labor Day, Memorial Day, because those are unique US holidays. So I think it was cool to see like a Slovenian one, just because it's a national holiday. So everybody has off of work Tuesday and Wednesday for both Remembrance Day and then All Saints Day. And then like being able to go and see like the cemetery that I was at is the city cemetery. So most of the people that live in Ljubljana or have lived in Ljubljana are gonna have been buried there. So it was super cool to see like basically all of the city coming out together. Oh, I gotta make this light, hang on. We're gonna run for it because I don't want to be trapped in the rain anymore. It's okay, I'm gonna make it. So just like seeing the whole city come out and like celebrating their loved ones together. I mean, obviously not together because like, yeah, but you get what I mean. So that was kind of a cool experience, I think, and I'm glad that I hiked the whole way out there and got a little wet because it's different if you see like, so I've been to Buenos Aires before, which is in Argentina, and Buenos Aires has a really famous cemetery where a lot of famous people have been buried. And so when I was there, we toured the cemetery as a tour group and we went to all the famous burial sites. But it was like, you know, during the week, nothing important happening. Nobody was actively being buried or anything like that. So it's like pretty normal. The only people that were really there were tourists. So comparing that experience of a cemetery to seeing a cemetery during Remembrance Day week and Day of the Dead was very interesting, especially like considering that they pretty much everybody goes and celebrates this holiday. So yeah, I just wanted to mention that because while I didn't stay for very long, I'll probably go back again before I leave because I'm here for 8 more months. Side note, my 1 month anniversary of being in Ljubljana is coming up this week, so that's exciting. But anyways, so I'll probably go back at least one more time during my stay, but obviously not during the Day of the Dead week. Also, it is progressively raining harder, so I should probably just like shut up and run home. So yeah.